Good morning, my lovely students. It's a wonderful Wednesday, and today we're going to continue our discussion of place value, this time using subtraction. So, this is going to be a little different than addition, but we've already gone over subtraction, so I'm sure that it won't be too difficult. So, let's get right into it. Okay, so if we have a number such as 272 and we want to say the first two is in the hundreds place, so we mark that with an H. The 7 is in the tens place, so we mark that with a T. And the second two is in the ones place, so we mark that with an O. Like so. 272. First two is in the hundreds, the 7 in the middle is in the tens, and the last two is in the ones. Now you might see a problem like this. Let's make it easy at first. So let's just go one concept at a time. So we're going to subtract 30. So we label the 3 is in the tens and the 0 is in the ones. Like so. The 3 is in the tens and the 0 is in the ones. Meaning we have 3 tens and no zeros. Now we're going to line up the T's for the tens. So we're going to put the 3 under the 7. And you can label it T if that helps you. And the 0 under the 2. And we're going to label that O for ones. So this is what we have. 272 minus 30. We just wrote it up and down instead of sideways. And now, just for the sake of minimizing confusion, I'm going to erase the T and the 0, or the T and the O and the H. Like so. So erase the T and the O and the H, and we've got it lined up perfectly, just like we need it to be. Alright, so now we're going to subtract. 2 minus 0 is 2. 7 minus 3 is 4. And 2 minus 0 is 2. So, 272 minus 30 is 242, as you can see. Alright, and I don't have an eraser, so I'm going to go grab one. I'll be right back, guys. Subtraction using place value. So when it's written sideways, you can line it up right. No. My video's running, so I'll be back. Alright. Eraser. And of course my girlfriend wanted to talk to me, so sorry about that, guys. Okay, so let's do another one. And this time we're going to step it up a little bit with regrouping. So we're going to do 376 minus 84. Alright. So if you don't need to do this, then that's fine. You're smart and you're ready. And that's great. But for the people that need a little help with this, you're smart too. You might just need a little help. And that's okay. Because what did Mr. Beatty tell you? What did I tell you? I told you that when I was your age, I was in the exact same place that you are. I need a little help too. Sometimes I still need a little help. So let's figure it out. Okay. So we're going to label our place value. The 3 is in the hundreds. The 7 is in the tens. And the 6 is in the ones. So we label that with the O. So as you can see here, we've got the hundreds labeled with an H. The tens labeled with a T. And the ones labeled with a O. Now what we can do is we're going to label the next number. The 8 is in the tens and the 4 is in the ones. Like so. The 8 is in the tens and the 4 is in the ones. So let's line up our T's and our O. So the T is lined up with the other T, which is an 8. And we can label it T if you'd like. And then the 4 is lined up with the other one, which is a 6. We can label that O. Now we're all lined up. We're lined up nice and pretty. Just like this. 376 minus 84. So just for the sake of reducing confusion, let's erase the placeholders, the place value holders. And now we're going to subtract. 6 minus 4 is 2. Now 7 minus 8, if we go back to our subtraction videos, we ask ourselves, is the bottom bigger than the top? And in this case it is. So we have to go next door to the 3 and ask the 3, can I borrow a cup of sugar? And the 3 says, yes, of course. So the 3 gives 1 cup of sugar over here to the 7. The 7 becomes a 17, and the 3 now has 2 cups of sugar. So we're ready to subtract. And that looks like this, guys. Okay, so we're ready to subtract. 17 minus 8 is 9. And 2 minus, essentially there's a 0 there. 2 minus 0 is 2. So our answer is 292. As you can see right there. Now, just to take it a step further, what place is the 9 in our answer in? What place is that, guys? Right, that's the tens. Very good. So the 9 is in the tens. The first 2 is in the hundreds. And the last 2 is in the ones. Now, I know this is we've already done a separate video on place value. But since we're still dealing with place value, let's not forget these concepts that we've already learned. So we're going to take 292 and we're going to write it in expanded notation. So the first 2 is in the hundred place. So what does that mean, guys? there are two groups of 100, right? There are two groups of 100. We're gonna put a plus sign. Now the 9 is in the tens place. So that means that there are 9 groups of 10. Right. And then the last 2 is in the ones place. So that means that there's 2 groups of 1. Very good. Now, if you add all this up, so this is our expanded notation. Now, if we say 2 groups of 100 is what? Well, 2 groups of 100 is 200. Plus 9 groups of 10 is 90. And 2 groups of 1 is 2. So, as you can see, we have this written in expanded and standard notation. This would be expanded, and this is standard. And then if we add the standard, we get the number that we started with, which is right here. Alright, so that was subtraction with place value and a little bit of review, because a little bit of review never hurts anybody. And we will continue talking about place value because it'll be important forever. But until next time, I'll see you guys. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Peace.